Gaffer, defeat here this afternoon. How do you assess that one?
Bit of a blast from the past, to be honest. I thought the game turned into or after the first 5-10 minutes, transpired into a game that we played here many times in the previous division, where we've put ourselves in trouble a little bit and got sucked into a game that isn't us. Quite slow in our half, the possession. Didn't really put enough pressure on the opponent and sort of brought it on ourselves a little bit. Conceded 2 goals, which is always a difficult position to be in. I think it doubles the determination of the opponent. It makes us a little bit more rash in our attacking play. And but the second half, we played more like us. We were more aggressive, and we got the sort of end result of that, as in domination of the pitch, attacking efforts, a goal, this, that, so it's just a learning process for us that if a team sort of allows us this easy possession at the back, then we've got to go and hurt them with it and not just take the easy option and keep going back and sideways. It's not us. It's what the opposition wants, and unfortunately, I thought we just got sucked into that until obviously they scored the goal.
It's the first time a lot of players will have been involved in a game like that here.
Yeah.
First time a lot of them will have lost as well. There's a lot to learn for them to use the experience there to put it right going forward.
I think there's obviously the boys that have been with us in League Two will have experienced games like that quite a few times, but that's the first, maybe first or second time that's happened to us this season. I think it comes down to the respect that opponents have got for us now in League One because of our superb start and certainly our record here over the last 12-15 months. So I think we as we go through the season, we'll have different spells, different experiences. And I just said to players, as long as we learn from today what we can do better, which we will feed back to them. I didn't want to go overboard. I'm not going to go overboard because the players have done superbly well this season so far. And it's just a bloody nose which we have to wipe the blood away and make sure we're in the next round and competing. And if I know anything about the squad, they will be.
And that says that when you look at the last loss at home in Tranmere last season, there's a lot of positives from that happened. There's a chance to fight back and bounce back. And the lads have shown they can do that regularly, haven't they?
Yeah, 100%. I think before today we'd had 1 defeat in 13 months at home, which is a phenomenal record. One of the strongest in England, really, and rightly so. And it's not just draws. We've been winning 80-90% of those games. So I understand to keep context in results. And but today I just thought we were listen, you got to give Burton credit for allowing us to sort of get to that state. But it's something that we will learn from without a shadow of a doubt, because it's important for us that I believe other teams will do that here, as we've seen in the past. And we have to just go, well, if you're going to let us have the ball and we're going to use it to hurt you, we're not going to use it just to keep recycling and going from side to side. So, and then even then when we were in the attacking half, I don't think we looked after the ball well enough. I thought we were really cheap with some of the possession, and which surprised me because we've got really good players and we play on much smaller pitches than that every day to enhance that close control and that protection of the ball. But it was just I think a game in the first half that didn't really recognise what we were trying to do, and the opponents took advantage of that.
Does that make it almost more frustrating when we nearly got out of the half 0-0 or 1-0, but we left ourselves almost too much to do in the second half in the end?
Well, look, it's listen, Burton I think they beat Wimbledon away. I think they beat Cardiff away. So they've obviously got a way of playing away. They've got a lot of size and energy and legs in there. So they can cover big grounds. They can counter attack you, and then their set pieces. Every throw's coming in your box. So they build up pressure that way. And I just didn't think we got pressure away from our goal and onto theirs enough in spells. I can't remember too many spells, apart from the second half, but the first half really is where we lost the game. I can't remember us ever recycling and playing and attacking again, which we're exceptionally good at. So that's something we need to look at, how we can do that better. But I'm not going to go overboard with the players. Like I said, I think it's important that we understand that that's a bad day at the office for us. But we're not perfect. We never even pretended to be at the start of the season. So it's just when it happens, it's still so.
And how important is it, like I say, to contextualise results like this and look at the bigger picture?
Yeah, I think everyone will. I think that you could see that from the supporters at the end. If I rewind back 2 years, which it had been this week, actually my first game against Barrow, and it wasn't a happy place. It was a lot of frustration at the end of the game, a lot of disappointment, booing and all that sort of thing, which I could understand. But if you see the response of the supporters now to us, they obviously they want to win as much as us, but they're applauding the players because they know it's a good team out there, done really good things, but it was just a bad day for us. But the effort was still there, and that's the biggest thing. And they know they've got a good team that they're watching. We just didn't reach the heights today, but we thank them for their patience with us, their constant support all the way through the game. And they know when they come back to Valley Parade that we'll be a team that's bang at it.
When you look at the response from Burton at full time, the respect they potentially showed us during the game, that just reflects the difference shown from maybe 2 years ago to where the side is now.
Yeah, I think, like I say, I think that was a game that's been played from a couple of years ago. So we left the changing room door open so we could hear, the celebrations of the opponent, because it was almost like they won 2 or 3 games, which fair dues, it's a big result for Burton here. And but that's what I wanted them to understand. The players, certainly the new players here, that's what we get here at Valley Parade, and that's what we have to find a way around. So I think. You go through life, you go through football, and there's always a lesson to be learned week in, week out. And that's why you hopefully learn your lessons in bad spells and then you still win the game. Today we just give ourselves too much to do.